nothing. Later on Newsday, Recumbent bikes built for speed and comfort.
It's like sitting on the couch. You just sit back and relax and pedal.
Come along for the ride later on Newsday's Health Beat.
And when we come back, is it a lawn chair or a bicycle or a little bit of both? Whatever it is, it's good for you. Time for our health feed now. And you know, cycling can be hard work, but it's not so bad if you get to lay down on the job.
That's right, Peter. They're called recumbent bikes. They're the ones with the front wheel way out in front, and you may have seen one or two around town. Now, why, you ask, would anyone want to ride anything so funny looking? Well, the riders say comfort is the real benefit.
Ryder has had his recumbent bike for 2 years. He's 6'3", and his bike is as long as he is tall.
I wanted to get into cycling more often and longer rides, and with this I can do it.
On a sunny day in Ottawa, you'll see all kinds of different ways to work up a sweat, but these recumbent bikers are definitely laid back.
It's like sitting on the couch. You just sit back and relax and pedal, and it's very relaxing.
Handlebars are down here. You're sitting down like this with your hands like this, and there's a connecting rod going up to the fork, and you just have your legs out in front. The benefits to this are you have a much more open position for breathing, as opposed to especially racing bikes where you're bent over like this. The seat is very integral to the design of a recumbent, whereas on an upright bike you just need the little thing to sort of perch your bum on. This has to support your full weight plus your back.
Nancy Shaver has had her bike for 2 months.
Well, mine is called a semi-recumbent, and it's similar to Mark's in that the seating is higher, so you can usually see over the tops of cars when you're up high enough to be seen. It's got the handlebars up here, though, and people who are just starting out on recumbents usually find that a bit easier because it feels a lot more like a normal bike. I've got the shock here, and it just makes it a really smooth, bouncy ride. It's really nice.
The whole comfort factor, the fact that there's no pain, there's no saddle pain, there's no wrist pain. I could cycle from in town here out to my brother's place in Canada and back and not even get off the bike.
How was it to learn how to ride?
It's pretty easy. Even when I went for my test drive, you just hop on and go. It's a little bit tippier because of the steering here. It's a lot longer. But you get used to it pretty quickly. I'm still a bit tippy when I start out, but it becomes natural pretty quick.
Any advice?
I felt a bit wobbly on Nancy's bike at first, but it doesn't get long to get going.
That's pretty cool.
I found it to be quite comfortable.
There also was an article in Bicycling magazine last year where they discussed men who have been riding for a certain length of time sometimes had impotence problems. Not all men, but some men, especially when they get over 30 and 40, have been riding for 20 years. The pressure from the saddle actually causes sexual dysfunction, which is no fun.
Indeed. These recumbent bikes were actually developed back in the 1800s, about the same time as upright bikes. But the uprights became popular very fast, and it's only in the last 20 years or so that recumbents have come back on the scene.
Go faster if you want.
They're actually faster than upright bikes, and they can become even more aerodynamic with the addition of a windscreen. But they're still relatively rare and pricey.
How much did it cost?
It costs about $2,200 with taxes and everything.
How does that compare to a normal bike?
It's a lot more expensive.
There are probably only a handful of recumbent riders in the Ottawa area, but Nancy and Mark think there may be more in the future.
As the population ages, people are wanting to stay active, and they want to be comfortable.
The big health benefits are that if you do have any discomfort on a regular bike, you won't have them on this. And consequently, you'll be riding your bike more.
Now, Peter, these bikes aren't available everywhere, so, if you're interested, you have to try at a specialty shop. They'll order it for you.
Thank you, Darren.